Welcome to this tutorial where we're going to take a look at the Excel Publisher template reports and get an overview of the PAI templates. That's the Precision Point Advanced Inventory templates for AX. So I'll open up a couple of these reports. We're going to just cover some of the items that are common amongst the majority of those templates. So when you open the reports, some of them will have charts, and those will have been added using the graphing functionality, whereas others will just have the data grid. Not all of the templates will be relevant to everybody, so my demo data set contains information that may be irrelevant to your live system, and vice versa. You may be using functionality that doesn't appear in my reports. So there's a chance that they may be needing to be modified to some degree. What we will find though on the reports is that they will all have at least one drop-down menu of company. That's to cater for multi-company sites. If you're not a multi-company site, I'll show you how to get rid of that. And they may have additional drop-down menus as well. So if you are presented with a drop-down menu, for example, on my report here, not only can I choose which company, but I can choose which product group I wish to analyze as well. You just select from the drop-down menu and the report will update. On some reports you can drill up and down, and again it will be explained in the individual videos. So for example, in this report with my 6-month trending with my volumes and valuations, I'm not anticipating people to drill up and down on this report. And likewise, if I go to my projected 30-day inventory, I've already programmed the report to be down at the day level, so I'm not expecting people to be able to drill up and down on this report. However, other reports you will be given the opportunity to drill up and down on. So for example, I'll just refresh my report. This report here not only allows us to drill down on the rows to see more detail, in this case going down to the item level, and again double-clicking to drill down, to drill back up again, but also on the dates as well. So sometimes you may be given drill down on the rows, sometimes on the columns, sometimes on both, and again drilling up. Again, in this case we can see that I just have a single drop-down menu for my companies. Now if you are a single company site and there's only one company loaded into Precision Point, then you don't require companies as a drop-down menu and you don't require it on your reports at all. So I would recommend coming into the reports to the edit screen, and the easiest way to get to the edit screen is click the edit button and get company and drag it off and hit finish, and we're going to see that it just disappears, and now I don't have it as a drop-down menu. It's disappeared from the reports. If you are a multi-company site though, you will need to leave that on, as you do need to choose which company your report is going to be looking at. With regards to multi-companies, and let me just open up another report, if you have multi-companies you can select them both. If they're in the same currency, then for example our cost amounts will add together correctly because it's in the same currency. And for all reports our quantities will add up across multi-companies regardless of what currency they are, because we're just looking at volumes. With Precision Point, when you do select a company, it is showing it in its local currency. So if you have a Euro company and a US dollar company, when you look at the US dollar company we will be seeing valuations in US dollars, and likewise if you then change the report to look at the Euro company, then the valuations we're seeing are in euros. Precision Point does have a module component that will allow us to do currency conversions into a common currency, and that would allow us to report on companies in a common currency, such that in the example I just gave I would be able to see the US dollar company in US dollars, but also see the Euro company not only in euros but also converted into US dollars. If you do require that component, please get in contact with us and we can discuss exactly what is involved in putting it in place. Some of these reports use a function in Precision Point that identifies today's date. So where applicable, I have used that. So for example, in this 6-month trending report, I don't anticipate that we'll ever have to select which 6 months we want to look at, because it's designed to look at the most recent 6 months. So my reports are built such that it's picking up today's date. I've backdated my today's date just so that I get some good data in here, but my today's date is in June 2010. So this report then picks that up and is trending back 5 months. We get a 6-month trend. So once July rolls around, I should just refresh this report. This last column will be July, January will disappear off, and this will be then a 6-month trend of February through to July. And in fact, I can just show you how that's set up on this report. So you can see I'm picking up the today's date and then telling it to go to the month level and go from -5 months up to the current month. It's my 6-month trend. And there are some other reports that have that same kind of functionality as well. So whilst that one is trending back in time using today's date, I have another report here that is picking up the today date feature, in this case the 20th of June. So we already saw that my system thinks the today date is in June, but this time I picked up today's date and I'm trending out another 29 days into the future, so I've got a 30-day date range. And again, I can see that set up because I picked up the today's date and I'm ranging from 0 to 29 in the future, giving me a full 30-day date range. If you have any of these templates and they receive an error when you try to refresh, it could be that they're trying to still point at the Precision Point server and just haven't been configured to your system. If that's the case, that's when I say the Precision Point server, I mean it's looking for the Precision Point server that's in our Precision Point offices, where I have my demo data. So if that's the case, you hit Properties, you come to Connections, and the server here, we can see it's connecting to my server in our offices. You double-click and type in your live server name. If you're unsure of what that is, your IT department will be able to tell you. That will be a one-off change on these reports, and you just hit Save, and you'll never need to worry about that again. So we've covered pretty much all the common items that we'll see in the templates, but now I'd advise you to take a look at the individual video for the specific template that you are interested in. And that concludes this tutorial.